Welcome back everyone to River and Sea, where I am back here in TitanBar where I need to deliver some quests. Hello there, I found something of interest, like this satchel from the Angmarim.
Greetings.
Interesting. It will take some time to go through this, but I can sense evil in most of these documents, and it is all written in the language of the enemy. Yes.
How can I be of service?
And also I found this. These lines that you read to me indicate that Thamvaran was owned by a family from the south, likely Gondor. This is very interesting indeed. Most interesting. Right, what else do we have here? Yes, we do have the... Oh, actually we do have this one. Threads of the past. Oh yes, the tapestry.
What can I do for you?
Look at how, even after all these years, the colors are still retained with their vibrance. I wonder if the pieces you found all belong to one tapestry or to many. Well, I don't know. Finally,
What do you need?
I found these vessels. It looks like at least 3 of these are still sealed, and the 4th may yet hold some secrets. This is wonderful. You're welcome. Whee! Ooh, and that unlocks... Oh, I got reputation from that. It looks like we unlocked... Oh, yes. Another skirmish. Alright, finally I'm back from the Twilight Estates.
What do you need?
The estates within the Twilight Fields are now within your control. There is still some work to do with Thom or Nanon, but I believe that we can now handle the situation that remains. You have done great work for us. Perhaps one day my blade will join yours, and we will stand before our enemies together. Right, and... Lockmaster boots. Okay, we do have some... They did remember to, oh, actually, I think this was added in a later update there. Oh, since we have the Lockmaster's armor. Alright, I guess that's reasonable. Especially with that upgrade.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Alright, so let's see what this says. And... well, all it says is... I wonder if this is supposed to be burglar's gear or something like that. I guess with a name like Lockmaster, that would make sense. It doesn't give a class name or anything like that in here. Oh well. Anyway, it's an upgrade. I'll take it. The estates are back in order, and while there's still much to do within them, that is work that we can handle ourselves over time. The Twilight Fields are not yet safe, however, and there still remains Ostherin. Torangir is in charge of watching over the ruined fortress, and while there has been able to do some work to prevent the problems from growing, he has not yet had time to nor support to resolve them. Follow the road east towards the North Downs, and you'll find Torangir at the hill north of the roads above the ruins of Old Herring. Alright, so we need to go to Old Herring then. Is there anything else here that is relevant? No, no. I might as well take refuge
Would you
in
do something for me?
elves just to talk to Elrond. Barricades camp. Guess I could
Might
take
I
that
take a moment of your time?
when I go into the troll shawls. Earthkin, no, never mind. So with that, I think it's time for us to head to Oast whatever. While I was on my way there, other than noticing a couple of wolves and some logs that I could pick up, I noticed that I received my Sail to TitanBar skill, which means that I now have an easy way to get to TitanBar, and I also have finished Enmity of the Wolves 2. Whatever that gives me. Hobbit Silence! Yes, I can I can cower away from combat as well as any other hobbit. Here we are, Prerogative. Hello there, I've been asked to help you.
Greetings.
So, after dealing with every other problem they could find first, they finally sent help to me. Well, better late than never, I suppose. Well, he's really happy about this. So now, I wound up getting the... Now, is this part of it? Oh, no, this isn't part of the set in any case. So, therefore, what we need is, see, Dunedain Stalker's Cloak, which is 13... Oh, yeah, that's what we call an upgrade. So, I will take that. And there we go. Now, what do you need?
Would you do something for me?
Yeah, right. Yeah, yes, I've heard of that island called Tinadir. I'll make sure I go there at some point. Old Heron?
Might I take a moment of your time?
Old Heron is an ancient fortress made to watch over the pass between the North Downs and Evendem. She was to answer the call of Fornost and support it if there was ever need. The need and the call did come, but support did not. Old Heron abandoned Fornost. For that, all who served within were cursed, branded as oathbreakers, and left to stand their posts until they redeemed themselves. The time for redemption has come, and we are going to deliver it. I have devised a couple of plans for doing this. I do not know if it will succeed, but I believe that they will all worth trying. Alright, fine. Writs of honor, unfulfilled duty, and payment of an ancient debt. So what are we going to try? When Forno sent forth the call, Oshirin did not answer. She remained dormant, allowing the fortress of the North Downs to fall to the enemy. That decision rested solely within its commander. He had paid dearly for his decision that day. His spirit stands before the doorway of Oshirin, ever watchful of all around. He has never been allowed to stop or to rest. The more that I watch him, the more that I pity him, punished for eternity for a decision made at a moment ages ago. I feel he has paid his due, and wish to end his penance. For this to be done, I believe that he must be shared in the fate of that of Fornos suffered in his dire time. He must take the pain of the defeat himself. Alright, so I need to defeat the Oathbreaker commander. Alright, what else do I need to do? Unfulfilled duty. I have spent many a day observing the spirits within Oshirin. They move as if they were on still patrol, walking the walls and paths, seeking out the enemy. Many times they found one. Tomb robbers have tried to ransack Oshirin, correctly presuming that the ruins of the fortress hold valuables. They haven't accomplished much, though. They fear the spirits and try to avoid them. For when the spirits find them, they do attack, and the robbers lose more than they win. The robbers within the ruins present two problems. They are slowly carting off the legacy, and they're not allowing the spirits to be at rest. I wish for you to drive out the tomb robbers. We shall see if that helps to quiet the ruins. Okay, defeat tomb robbers. And what else? Writs of honor. All of the soldiers that served at Oshirin signed documents that swore their allegiance and service to the North Kingdom. To truly honor that, they would have gone to defend Fornos when it was besieged. Most of the soldiers of Oshirin were cursed due to nothing of their own doing. It's a difficult position to be in as a soldier. Do you follow the orders of your commander, even when you know that they're wrong? Can you blame the soldier for doing so? They still carry those writs of honor about them after all these years. Gather them from the spirits and return them to me. Perhaps I can find a way to consider them honored and release them from their torment. Alright, fine. Collect writs of honor. Very well, let us go and see what we can do about the spirits and tomb robbers within Osthirin. And it appears we don't even have to reach the ruins in order to reach the robbers. There we go. No, no running, no running. Alright, that's 2 down. They do count. Well, okay, that was rather quite a try there. I always have trouble when someone decides to run right through you. Why do they run right through you? I have absolutely no idea. That sounds like the most strange prospect I've ever heard of, but that's what they do. Oh. Don't ask me how I missed that. So let's make sure there's... Oh, actually... Let's see. Ooh, there's somebody out there! Could I... Yeah, that way. Spit a little wind at them. And a little fire. Ooh. Okay, I guess maybe it's on the other side of the wall? Hey, could you tell me where that scholarly material is located? Ah, here it is. Thank you. Ah, a spirit. In fact, that's the commander. Well, we'll first have to make sure we deal with any robbers in the area. There you go. You have tasted defeat. Whether he cares about it or not, of course, is a different matter. Ah. What next? We need to find the other spirits around to collect their writs. I think they patrol outside, though. So just collect another vase, and I'll head outdoors. Ah, here's one down here. Hey, I need to see your writs. Oh, I got one from the commander also. Okay, I didn't think about that. Just do a little forestry. Then we can deal with you. And your little bark ass too. I think I finally found a cluster of them. Oh, for a moment there I thought he had no idea if he did detect me before or not. Oops. That was not the other one I was expecting. Where'd that ghost go? Missions have all been accomplished. I have managed to deal a blow to the commander.
What can I do for you?
I sensed the commander leave this place not long ago. I believe he's finally found peace after all these long years. I thank you for delivering it to him. You're welcome. And I dealt with those brigands.
What do you need?
Good. With those robbers off the ruins, we shall see if the spirits stay calm. And I also got the writs.
What can I do for you?
For being as old as they are, the spirits have kept these writs in amazing shape. I can read every letter of the contract now to see if I can find a way to honor them. Alright. So what do you do?
Greetings.
It will take a few days for everything in Osthirin to settle down. When things of this power and nature are stirred, they do not immediately calm. I will watch the progress and report back if we were successful. Okie dokie. So what next?
Might I take a moment of your time?
You should return to Tinadir and speak with Ohawe. He would be pleased to hear that our progress here in Osirin. If I'm correct, with the issues here resolved, the Twilight Fields are silent, and the first night in a very, very long time. Alright, so that is back to Tinadir, and that means it's time to test out my shiny new port. Naturally, it places me right next to the dock master. So now, Orkawe, right? Here we go. Actually, let me talk to Calenglad first, since I did have that vector quest that he gave me, and I don't want to completely forget about its existence.
How can I be of service?
Pronger speaks the truth. The tomb robbers that plague Ibidem must be fought. I can't spare any men in the fields of Fornos unless the situation becomes more grave. It would need to be dire indeed for me to abandon the Numinous to the tomb robbers. Alright, so now that takes care of that little bit. Now we can do deed glories of the past. That counted as a quest for the North to Downs. Even though I picked it up on one side of Ibidem and I delivered it on the other side of Ibidem. Yeah, figure.
How can I be of service?
Osirin is silent, and the fields are peaceful. This is a great day, and one that would be celebrated were it not so much more to do. Anuminus, the way of kings, the eve's fires, all are in need of aid. Our inaction here for so long has left a great deal to do. First, however, we must look to the north, at Ostfarod. So, what about Ostfarod?
Might I take a moment of your time?
That boy over there, Kelsey is his name, I believe, showed up in camp recently and has been lurking around. I'm not sure if he's perhaps scouting us to see what value he can make off with, but I don't trust him. Do me a favor, approach him and converse with him. Perhaps you can discover his motives? Alright, fine. I will speak to Kelsey West as I go to the Fortress of the North. Am I going to run to a south and an east also in this? Hello?
What can I do for you?
I've come to the camps to enlist the aid of the Rangers with the problems that we face my people, but these men seem to be distrustful. Yes, Rangers can be that way sometimes. It's almost as if they think Ostfarod is full of tomb robbers. Certainly times are hard, and some of my people have turned to plunder, but there are far more decent people at my home than the unsavory sort that the Rangers fear. Okay, well, let's see what Orhawe has to say about that.
What can I do for you?
Oh, it pains me to admit that the boy is not wrong. My very impression of him proved that just now. He comes asking for our help, something that we used to openly give to all, and we watch from distance and shadows, distrustful and on guard. Today, we shall end that. We once had an agreement in place with the people of Ostfarod. They would watch the northern lands and protect the road from Porhel. In return, we would supply them and see that they are taken care of. We have both lapsed in our parts of this agreement. Tell Kelsey that the Rangers will uphold their portion of the agreement and will help Ostfarod. He may not know what this means, but I suspect that he will direct you to someone who does. Right. Very well. Very well.
How can I be of service?
As I said, they'd help? Ah, this is marvelous news. But words are not much value. The winter is coming, and the winds from Porhel are cold this year. There must much to do in Phosphorod. There are some rewarding bounties posted, and the adventures of your skill could well find yourself gainfully employed in no time. Just cross the bridge back to the mainland, then follow the road to the crossroads, and once one of our arbiters, Basil Gumridge, will be pleased to hear you to see you and to hear your news from the Rangers. Okay, fine. I will speak with the Arbiter then. Here we are at Ostforod, the Fortress of the North. How will they receive me? And what are the true motives? Do they have a stable master?
What can I do for you?
Well, at least we know the answer to that bit. What does that hobbit want? Well, we'll have to answer all those questions in the next episode of River and Sea.